Welcome to another episode, everyone. YG built a strong bond with Nipsey Hussle that brought peace to the streets of LA and Compton. YG, as we know, rapper YG is from Treetop, Bompton, Piru. He's a blood member, Piru member, and he's been in the headlines lately. I covered the fact that the feds hit his establishment in Burbank, California a few days ago. That's been extending my coverage. Of course, it's been going on and on now lately on the internet every day that he's going to jail, that his bodyguard said this and that about him. His security guard said he had, I don't want to cover any of that. I don't want to get into that. I will get into this. The relationship that he had with Nipsey Hussle and how that helped to bring peace to LA. This is Jada and Joe Unfiltered. You know, Fat Joe and Jada Kiss. Shout out to them. And shout out to YG, man. Be careful.
Nip, I'm gonna keep it all the way gangster. Nip went through more than me, you know what I'm saying? Like, Nip went through more than me as far as with his homies and shit about us having a relationship. This is how me and Nip even was able to have a relationship.
Two-time fella hit me and get halfway. This
Give him that calisthenics.
This deserves
The second,
He say Nip went through more than him about them two having a relationship. I thought he was just gonna, with his homies. I thought he was going to say, you know, Nip just went through a lot with his homies, period, compared to him just, you know, being a rapper, being a celebrity, having money, being in the hood. People, you know, on your case. We know that individuals were on Nipsey, according to Black Sam. You know, they was dealing with a lot of politics over there. And of course, Nipsey ends up dead over there. And, you know, so YG is basically saying they was on his head. They was on Nipsey's head about having this relationship with YG. But YG, his homies, they wasn't tripping. Oh, man.
the second one, we call that calisthenics. Don't worry, we're going to go to intermittent fasting real soon.
All right.
That's
When I
calisthenics.
go hit, stop, nigga.
So I'm finna put y'all on some shit.
That's
like,
why I had to get another one.
so I ain't really never talked about this. Like,
That's why
Only on Joe and Jada.
Only Joe and Jada, nigga. That's why we ask that real shit. You know what I'm saying?
So politics, gang, you know what I'm saying? This politics, gang shit. I'm from Bompton. I'm a Bompton Power. I'm from Treetop, Bompton Power, right? Nipsey, he from neighborhood, Rollin 60's. You know what I'm saying? Crenshaw District, South Central LA. Like, my hood and his hood, we don't beef. If me and Nipsey hood beefed or had any type of beef or history, beefing or whatever, like, we probably wouldn't even never been in the same spot to meet. Or I don't know. Like, niggas just don't know. And you feel me? This is my perspective, right? So boom. We don't beef, but he crib, I'm power, I'm a blood. We meet, you know what I'm saying? We at 1500 to nothing studio and ranch from 1500 to nothing. I'm over there recording. I'm a kid. Ranch told Nip to pull up. Like, he didn't even tell me what Ranch really was like. He was like, these niggas got a link. So Ranch had Nip just pull up, right? I ain't know. Nip pulled up, we meet. Boom, we meet. This the crazy part. So I've been having a relationship like I started hanging with like niggas from Inglewood when I was like 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know like YG fuck with the Inglewood families and the Inglewood NHPs and whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm from Bompton, Piru. We fuck with Bloods. Like, it's regular, it's normal, right? But Nipsey, hood, and the Inglewood families and them niggas, they worst enemies. You know what I'm saying? And Nip homies, like his younger homies and everybody, like, so I used to go and be performing at all the parties and all the ghetto shit. And I used to be doing all the, like, the young nigga shit. And I used to be getting into it with all the, you feel me, the neighborhood niggas, or the whole neighborhood card.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It's a lot of them niggas.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them niggas and all the party, all the lit shit. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was at all the lit shit. You know what I'm saying? They had
like
all the
Brooklyn.
bitches.
Brooklyn got 5 times more
Let him
people than-
finish. I got to hear this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Go
so,
ahead, finish.
you know what I'm saying? All the bad bitches, like when you was young
It's
growing up,
like Brooklyn, though. They got everywhere.
yeah, when you was young nigga growing up, like all the bitches, you feel me, they wanted a neighborhood nigga or they had a...
It's the quietest Fat Joe done ever been in his whole life. And it's certainly quiet he done been when somebody done told him to be quiet. He's trying to get the story out. YG is trying to get the story out. Is this how I be sounding? Will I be taking too long to get to the point? Oh my goodness. But okay. So he said that he had a relationship, YG, with the Inglewood family, Gangsta Bloods. A strong relationship with these individuals. And Nipsey's hood beefs with those individuals. They don't necessarily beef with the Treetop Pyrus, but they beef with the Inglewood families. So since YG has a strong relationship with the Inglewood families, Nipsey Hussle's hood's arch enemies, this is why apparently Nipsey homeboys had a problem with him forming this relationship with YG, because it's like, man, he cool, but he hang out over here with these dudes.
neighborhood nigga, it was like a thing, you know what I'm saying? So nigga was going to all the, like performing at all the parties, the ghetto shit. Niggas is seeing me, like niggas banging on me, like, nigga, where you from, nigga? Box a Treetop, nigga, stop playing with me, nigga. Sandy. Like, right? So like, you feel me? Them niggas was known to like punk niggas and all that and do all that. Like, it never happened with me though. Like, I'm on that. Like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? So, like, it became this thing at the parties. Like, niggas used to jump me and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was winning most of the fights. Like, right? So, like, them niggas knew who I was. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, the Inglewood niggas started coming with me to the parties. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So then it turns it turned into that. Then fast forward some years later, me and Nip link up. Boom. And then we started, you know what I'm saying? We started doing what we was doing, niggas doing songs, videos, and all this. So when Nip homies, so he, like, how you fucking with this nigga and he be with the Inglewood niggas and all this? Why? I had moved to Inglewood. When I got signed and shit, I moved to Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? I moved to Inglewood. Me and my family, we was living dead smack in the middle of the Inglewood families. Like, we was in their hood. And then I was already moving around with these niggas, had relationships, you know what I'm saying, with these niggas. So, like, boom, I was in Inglewood. Like, a lot of shit with my music, me and Mustard and everything, that shit happened in Inglewood, you know what I'm saying? So boom, niggas like, how you hanging with this nigga? He be with the Inglewood families and da. But it's like, I'm not from Inglewood families, I'm from Bompton Pyro. Like, so it's like, it's just a tricky, like, it was always
guilty by affiliation.
Yeah, but it's like, on some politics shit, it's like, he not from there. Like, he a Pyro, he a blood. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he hang with bloods. That's regular. Like, I can't be mad at.
Yeah, on some politics stuff, he's right. That's how it is. He's just hanging with other bloods. But yeah, you know, that's not how the neighborhood car is going to look at that. They're going to say, he's sleeping with the enemy. This individual can't be trusted. We don't necessarily want him in our hood because we don't know what information he may take back to our enemies. You know, he may take this back to the Inglewood family. Or they hang out over here. I went to this dude's house. His address is over here. We don't know. So if you're going to be his friend and his homeboy, do that from a distance. We still don't want him in the hood because he's in bed with the enemy. He's not the enemy, but again, no one knows the sort of discussion. There was an incident, you know, not long ago where an individual had went to a basketball game or football game or something that one gang was having, and that gang asked him to leave because of his affiliation with another gang. He was cool, he was the homie, but since he was so cool with this one in particular individual, they said, man, we don't want you here. You got to get up out of here. And he left. And that's just the way it is. You know. So yeah, though YG and Nipsey Hussle may not be enemies per se, their hoods are not beefing, even though one is a blood, one is a Crip. The Inglewood families in the Rollin 60's, that's a whole different story. So if he's hanging out with them, he stays right in their hood, the Inglewood family hood, and these individuals from neighborhood know this, that he's too tight with these dudes, and that may cause a little distrust in that relationship. We don't want to give this individual too much information or any of that because we don't know if he's going to take it back to them. We don't know what he's telling them, what he's doing with them, and his allegiance is probably with them first because he's their blood. So if he has to pick whose side he going to take in case of some funk, he going to take their side. Nah, hell no. Get him out of the hood.
Like my Crip partner for hanging with Crip niggas, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, that's regular, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like me and Nip, who he is as humans, like it just clicked, you know what I'm saying? So like that shit was always an issue because
Did it bring peace? Did it bring like people that look at each other a little different?
Definitely brought peace because everything that I just said had the streets and niggas, homies, and the Bloods and the Crips. Niggas was like, how is this happening? How is this happening? Like, you know what I'm saying? That was a talk for years.
How is this happening? Some history like this.
And then, like, we was locked in. Like, once we linked, we was locked.
Kept fucking dropping shit.
And again, we was dropping shit and we was moving around and it was street shit going on. Nip a cold nigga, bro. Nip, like, one of the realest niggas in my life, in my world that I know. Nip the realest nigga that walked planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? No cap. Like, like pure point
That's
blank.
the peace, man.
And like, I'm not just saying that, you know what I'm saying, on some weird shit. Like, Nip the realest nigga that walked planet Earth, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was this one time, the homie Slim 400, rest in peace. He had some shit going on with Spider Loc, I think. You know what I'm saying? And they had some little shit going on. And Nip called me one morning. He like, what's Slim number? I'm like, boom, boom, bam. Like, but what's going on? He like, no, him and Spider Loc, you feel me? They over here tripping on each other. I'm finna tell Spider Loc, like, cuz with us. Like, we gotta stop that. Like, nigga, this family. And I'm just like, nigga, you not even from that nigga hood. Like, what are you talking about? You finna call it. Like, he like, nah. You feel me? I'm like, Nip. I'm like, bro, you sure? Like, he like, man, call 60, I'm finna call in. Like, I'm saying this because you said something about peace.
Peace, unifying.
Yeah, like, bro,
It was the center of that shit.
Man, what, bro? Nip was on that. Nip had other niggas on that when shit used to happen with his homies and other niggas. Like, Nip was Nip was a politician and a gangster, like a cold gangster, you know what I'm saying?
Dang. That's crazy, man. And he said in another clip of this interview, I didn't see it, but I saw the headline, I saw the title, that Nipsey Hussle gave him certain books to read or told him certain books to read. YG, referenced certain books to him, told him, check out this book, man. This will help you, this will change your life or whatever. So Nip was indeed militant-minded. We all know that he was very smart, brilliant even, and was determined and committed. And it just really does seem like a big loss to the culture and to the community, man. It seems like Nipsey Hussle's life was a big loss, man. It seemed like it was a big loss because, he was really, I believe, just getting started with what he was doing in the community and helping the community and trying to help. And the things that are going on now with these blackouts and everything and the wealth transfer and black people trying to keep our dollar amongst ourselves in order to build our wealth. And that's what it's going to do. So continue that. He would be involved in this as well. And so this is YG saying that Nip is the realest individual that ever walked the earth, like the realest dude that he ever met. That says a lot. He's from knee high, been around a lot of strong OGs, a lot of strong individuals, has YG, a lot of real dudes from all kind of hoods, just in life. So for him to say, out of all the individuals I've ever met in my life, this individual is the realest one, says a lot about Nipsey Hussle and his character, I believe. So that statement just struck me because felt a loss right there. Like, he helped to mend some fences, bring peace. And he was pushing peace, essentially, as YG had alluded to, Nipsey Hussle, that he had stopped the conflict between Spider Loc and some other individual and had stopped many conflicts like this. And because he was trying to bring peace to the community and to the neighborhood. So just who knows where he would be now and where he would be on his way to. Damn. There you go. Shout out to Jada Kiss and Fat Joe. Shout out to YG. Rest in peace of Nipsey Hussle, man. And let's do have peace amongst one another. Let's stop killing each other. Jeez, man. That's not something that we need to do. We have enough people against us. We need to unite and fast. Do you see what's going on in this country? We need to unite and quickly. Let me say that again. We need to unite, unification, and fast now. Right now. Or else, stay safe and stay free, people.